The spirit of a Black Ring initiate stands before you. He seems to be smouldering. Spectral ash and smoke drift away from him. He sighs at his incinerated mortal remains.
Perhaps my sacrifice will be enough. Perhaps the God King will restore me to fight again. You are no comrade of mine, outsider. You can go see for yourself and die in the attempt.
If the spirit still had a complexion, he would no doubt turn pale at this point.
God-woken? No, wait, please! I'll tell you what I know. The Sentinels. They're no danger when they're moving. But as soon as they stop, that means they're about to attack. That's all I know, I swear! That's how they got me. I didn't realize I was in danger until it was too late.
Did that cause a reaction? Does anything seem different now? More of those damn sentinels.
What's that amongst them? On top of the pillar.
Our defenses are breached. Must I kill you now? It would pain me. You are not of the Black Ring. I am relieved. I greet you. I was, Amadia's chosen champion.
She gasps and bows her head in deference.
Forgive me, please. I hold this boon. It is Amadia's. It should be yours.
A pair of gloves, beaten and worn, but clearly of the highest value, especially to a wizard.
Amadia's altar is at the highest point. Climb to the sky and you may find it. But be warned, Amadia rarely answers now. And when she does, she sounds unwell. May she speak to you with love.
She bows her head in deference and allows you to leave. A bird flits in the background as you approach the altar. Laying your hand on the weather-beaten stone, you feel a gentle heat. A sense of warmth and peace fills you. You reach out to Amadia, but all you can hear is the chirp of birds. Getting up, you see the emblem of a moon carved into the altar.
I'm afraid that exploring this island would only consume precious time that I need for my work. I shall be remaining here.
The bunny gives you a dazed look, like he's not all there.
Yeah, wow, what a shock, yeah. Huh? What? Oh, hi. So, yeah, hey, here's the thing. Don't get too close to the sticky out thing with the shape thing near the door. Thing's dangerous. What a shock. Bye.
The doors loom above you, one step closer to the Council, one step closer to Divinity. The others must surely be thinking the same. After all, only one of you can ultimately ascend. Time for an honest discussion, perhaps.
We're finally here, on the doorstep of Divinity. Merits a word, doesn't it? After all, only one of us can become the new Divine. But don't worry, I won't stand in your way. From the moment you came back for me on that ship, I knew you were special. You've proven it time and again.
She kisses you on the cheek.
You will be the new Divine. I will remain myself. All I ever wanted, really.
So, I guess this is it. I can't see two ways about it. I need to be myself again. Finally. I can't risk getting shut out by this demon. It wants to keep me quiet, to rule in place of me. I need to make sure I'm strong enough that it can never seize control again. I won't let it make me silent in my own skin. I need to ascend. Let's do this.
The Academy. My academy. This place was home once. Now I'm not sure what home even means. But I know one thing. I may be the last of my line, but the hope for my people lives on through me. I must try to save them. I must ascend. It is the only way to guarantee that my race will never be snuffed out. Perhaps you do know best. Curious. I was sure I would burst into flames if I ever uttered those words. Oh well. Come, Godwoken. Let's claim your destiny. Well, this all looks familiar.
Lohse looks pale and
So, this is the ancient Academy of the Eternals.
I suspect it's seen better days.
A bit like yourself.
The Voidwoken rears its head as you approach, its beady eyes looking past you. You glance over your shoulder and see Fane staring at it, transfixed.
You.
The Voidwoken hisses as Fane approaches. It calls him traitor, but it calls him brother too. Fane's drive to uncover the universe's secret saw the Eternals cast into the void. His hubris saw his people turned into Voidwoken. But the Voidwoken offers him a chance to redeem himself, to rejoin his people. If he accepts the God King's covenant, all will be forgiven. The Voidwoken claims that the Eternals can return to this world, that Fane can be home again. The skeleton looks back at you.
I'm sorry, brother. I cannot see this land destroyed just so we can rebuild our more imperfect world. I have a new home now.
Very well, traitor. Side with your mortal pets. Share their fate.
A Voidwoken stares intently at you. This creature seems different. It sways with a sinewy purpose. Intelligence glints in its eyes.
Step back, Hanola. The time of mortals draws to a close. We have returned to claim what is ours. We have returned to claim the world. We are not the void, mortal. We are of the world. You are of the void. When we were banished, you were made. You owe your entire existence to us. You owe us everything. We were betrayed by the 7 usurpers. They took our powers and used them to create you. They sent us to the void and thought we'd never return. They were wrong. And now they will face the wrath of the king. You left us no choice. We had no other tools. We shall return, and then we shall cast out the void. Do not resist us. We shall be who we once were, and the world shall be restored to what it was before we were betrayed. But we will not fight your husk, mortal. The time will come when the thieving coward inside of you must step out. If it can still walk, you shall end then.
What you were told hangs in the air like a noxious cloud. The Voidwoken were Eternals, robbed of their source in order to create you. They allied themselves with the Void so they could return.
I can understand their anger if not their methods. Revenge should be exact, not indiscriminate.
Suddenly, it all makes sense. Folks will do anything to survive. Who could blame them?
My people. What have they done to you? This cannot stand. You must be restored.
A beam? Perhaps we can harness its power somehow.
The phantom bird pecks at the stone beneath her with a scarred and blood-flecked beak. She glowers up at you with one gimlet eye.
Student of the arena, are you? Or master? You even beat Murga in Driftwood? That little firecracker was always my favorite. I have an even greater challenge for you. Beyond lies an eternal construct of great destructive force. There, you can prove in trial by combat that you are indeed the one I have waited for. The one. There can be only a single one. If you wish to be the one to claim that regal glory, I suggest you hurry up.
The spirit of the cultist turns to you.
My soul is bound to your whim,
An automaton, massive and imposing, creaks to life as you approach.
You must leave. I am an automaton. I recognize and respond. Do not presume that I have self-awareness. Now you must leave. You are not divine. You must leave or die. You can not win this fight.
I'll yield to none.
Have you completed my challenge? Have you felled the construct? My congratulations on becoming the singular Godwoken to follow the ancient rituals of the arena. You are now the One.
The spirit ruffles her feathers and stares deeply into your eyes. You feel a powerful energy flood through you, a powerful energy that stays with you.
Happy are those who feast on the fallen. Welcome back, most avid practitioner. Though my heart urges you to go forth and find your way in the world, your world, the world of the One.
The spirit of a robed woman casts a critical eye over you.
You're an impressive specimen, Godwoken. I can always spot when a pupil has put effort into developing their strength. Bravo! But there's always room for improvement. Say the word, and I will do what I can to bolster your strength even further. There is a price, unfortunately. To excel at one skill is to neglect another. Improving your strength will sap your wits. Do you accept?
A dark look crosses the spirit's face.
Lucian the Divine himself paid us a visit. We feasted with him. He raised a toast to his old teachers. But little did we realize he was poisoning us. He left us to die, then turned on our pupils. Why would he sabotage the path of his successors? It's not for me to understand the actions of the Divine, no matter how murderous they are. Now, I can still do something to bolster your strength. Do you wish for me to help you?
You pause. Lucian was the Divine. Why would he want to harm anyone in the Academy, from where his successor ought to rise?
Even an assassin like myself recoils from a divine rejoicing in slaughter.
Hard to believe the Divine did all that. Hardly worthy of the title, if you ask me.
Oh, why do humans do anything? The man was probably driven mad with power. An Eternal would have no such issues.
I can still teach you how to bolster your strength, Godwoken. Just be warned that your wits will suffer slightly. It is done. Wield your strength wisely, Godwoken. Farewell.
The spirit of a dwarf gives you an incongruously cheery smile, given his circumstances.
Who do we have here? A new Godwoken. Why, what a pleasure it is to meet you. Just what was that? Have you made no effort at all on developing your constitution? You're about as charming as a dog with worms. A lesson is in order, I think. An emergency lesson. If you wish, I can do what I can to bolster your limp charms. Be warned, though. There's an opportunity cost in self-improvement. What you gain in Constitution will likely be lost from elsewhere. Intelligence, I would assume. I cannot abide a student who isn't willing to learn. Do you want my help or not? Consider it done. Good luck in the trials to come, Godwoken.
The spirit of a lizard is seated before you, weeping profusely. She looks up at you, moist-eyed.
God-woken. Can it be true? Am I dead?
The spirit's distraught expression slides away in an instant, revealing that of a highly composed and thoroughly unimpressed lizard spirit.
Well, at least you tried. Time for one last lesson in finesse, I think. I'll have my work cut out for me with you. True finesse requires dedication, however. Sacrifice. In order to receive my aid, some other area of study must suffer a little. Your wits, I believe. Do you wish to proceed?
The spirit of a lizard is seated before you,
God-woken. Can it be true? Am I dead?
The mask of sorrow slips away from the spirit's expression in an instant. It is replaced by one of utter composure and elegance. The spirit applauds you.
Excellent, God-woken. You showed true finesse in your actions. What I would have given to have had you as a pupil previously. But perhaps there's still time for one last lesson. True finesse requires dedication, however. It is done. I hope it helps, God-woken. The world needs someone like you.
destination pyramid doesn't answer the call. There's something blocking it.
God woken. It has been too long. My hope was dwindling. Tell me, do you have your wits about you for the trials to come? Here, let me see. It is greater than the gods, yet also more evil than the void. The poor have it, the rich need it, and if you eat it, you will die. What is it? Oh, clever. Book clever, it seems. Not the same as true wits, but useful nonetheless. Allow me to reward your efforts. One last lesson to sharpen your wits. But be warned, equal mastery in all skills is nigh on impossible. This lesson in wits will require a sacrifice, a degree of your constitution.
Godwoken, come, time is short. Let's see how you measure up. Answer me this. Lizards run faster than humans. Elves run faster than lizards. Humans run faster than elves. If the first two statements are true, then the third must be... Smarter than you look. Congratulations. There's always room for improvement, however, and I believe I can muster one final lesson. Intellect and reasoning come before all, of course. You must sacrifice an amount of learning in some other area in order to glean what I have to offer. Your sense of finesse. A fair bargain. True intelligence in exchange for a degree of sociability. Do you accept? Philistine.
The spirit of a dwarf woman scowls at you like you dealt her some grave insult while she was alive.
Godwoken, you have no right to be here. Leave!
The spirit sighs and shakes her head.
Terrible. It is you who is lacking authority, Godwoken. A lesson is in order, I think. Now, I may be able to steal you a little more in preparation for the trials to come. Improving your authority will cause your strength to suffer, however. That is the cost of molding yourself into a true leader. Do you accept?
Godwoken. There's always intellect, a fair bargain. True intelligence in exchange for a degree of sociability. It is done. My knowledge is yours. Use it wisely. The correct answer, by the way, was false.
The spirit of a dwarf woman scowls at...
Godwoken, you have no right to be here. Wait, you fool! Is that how you react to having your authority challenged? This will not stand, Godwoken. Your skills are gravely underdeveloped.
A lesson is in order, I think. Now, I may be improving your a wise choice. My knowledge is yours, Godwoken. Go and make use of it.
An automaton still and silent before you. A faint glow pulsates from within its chest cavity, dormant perhaps. A compartment in the side of the contraption appears to be empty. There's a part missing. The capacitor sparks and fizzles. Then, the pulsating light begins circulating throughout the automaton. It rises. The automaton looms above you. A lone, glowing eye takes you in dispassionately.
Hello, Godwoken.
The automaton peers in close at your face.
You are a fine specimen. Most fine. Your arrival is long overdue. I am the Seneschal. I serve the Academy, both those who teach and those who come to learn, like you. Allow me to show you. The Academy exists to help unveil the divine from amongst the Godwoken. You must enter the temple, then prove yourself in the arena of the One. Godwoken should be able to enter without issue. It seems that the Academy has been impeded due to neglect or interference. I appear to have been tampered with. Whoever is responsible may have caused similar damage elsewhere. Apologies, Godwoken. I trust you will be able to overcome any difficulties. It's quite simple. Defeat all others.
The automaton fixes its illuminated gaze upon you. The light within it flickers for a moment. It addresses you. garbled in places.
Godwoken, I am here to serve. Attend to your studies. Discipline is paramount. Attend to your studies. Discipline is paramount.
I can understand this reads in the footsteps of the Eternals, but what that means remains to be seen.
I can understand this reads in the footsteps of the Eternals.
This reads in
I
the
have no idea what
of the
any of this
Eternals.
means.
But what that means remains to be seen.
I have no idea what any of this means.
An ancient library.
Finally, a place where we
Right
might
at
find
home.
some answers.
And I thought I was the
If
only
the
reader
acorn
here.
doesn't catch up with us first.
You are Leonard Rawle. You are a Godwoken and a thief. You keep your secrets well, even from yourself. You are Leonard Rawle, Godwoken, thief. If you can't earn a place in Lucian's shadow, you're going to steal it. You think you'll find advantage in the Forbidden Library. But first you have to steal the keys. Your tutors have one each, but you can't risk getting caught. You'd earn yourself a trip to the Chancellor's chamber, one from which you suspect you would not return. Your best friend, Rivellon, was your rival. You knew that he was weak. You made sure the Chancellor knew it too. And while your friend was in the Chancellor's secret room, you stole the capacitor from the Chancellor's own table. But then you heard a noise. You heard the sound of your best friend's murder. You fled. You hid the capacitors you had taken and set out to steal the rest. You were lurking here, plotting, when you were overtaken with a sense of love. You felt at peace. You felt Lucien's hand on your shoulder. You did not feel the sword blade enter your back. A hunger rises deep within you, a desire for the spirit source. This yearning is not yours, but it demands satisfaction. The hunger dies away, for now. The ghost's memories slip easily into your mind. His name is Kandor, and he thinks he's ready to ascend. He thinks he can be God-woken, ready to step up should Lucien lose the war. He's wrong. He'll die. He did die before he even made it to the Chancellor to ask for permission to fight in the Arena of the One. And what's more, he was murdered. You are Kandor, and you are, you believe, ready to step up. Your tutors disagree, but you want the Chancellor to hear your case. Instead, you find a man you've never met, a great and powerful sorcerer. And as his shadow falls upon you, you realize that this is Lucien the Divine himself. He gives you a smile of the utmost benevolence and grace, and you realize, as Kandor, that you are far from ready. You turn and flee towards the library to warn your tutors, but Lucien is too fast. He cuts you down. You're Kandor the God-woken, dead by the hand of the Divine. A hunger rises deep within you, a desire for his source. This yearning is not yours, but it demands satisfaction. The hunger dies away, for now.
Ow! I think I'm missing something here.
I must check on the Chancellor. I must check on the Chancellor.
The spirit of a rather old man dodders around, seemingly oblivious to the condition of the room. He turns and offers you a genial smile.
Ah, a new student. I admire your enthusiasm, but I'm just about to close the gallery for the evening. You'll have to return in the morning. I am Master Tremblay, curator of the gallery. I'll be here at your service, of course, as you carry out your studies, but there's time for that yet. I'm closing for the night, as I said. Oh, come now, surely you must have heard of the gallery. That's the repository for the God-woken tomes. All the powers that a God-woken needs are documented in these tomes. The gallery is the most important part of the whole academy as far as I'm concerned. I will not allow it to be disrespected.
The ghost frowns with confusion, then wags a reprimanding finger at you.
You're new, so I won't report your insolence. But you had better learn some manners if you hope to make use of the gallery. I will not allow it to be disrespected.
Ow! I think I'm missing something here. Ow! I think I'm missing something here.
An elegant and intelligent hunger rises deep. The hunger. Her memories flow into you as water to a stream. You are Tarian Grey, you are God-woken, but you will not be divine. You know this because you are in love with a colleague and rival. You are in love with Redulus, and he is in love with you. You have agreed to leave the Academy together, but now Redulus is missing. Redulus went to see the Chancellor, and you have not seen him since. You're on your way to the Chancellor's chambers when a man's voice calls your name. Lucian the Divine cups your chin, and a gentle pain stabs your heart. Lucian smiles at you, and then is gone, and you worry so for Redulus. Believing it comes from her own mind, she realizes the truth. She was murdered by Lucian the Divine. Redulus too must be dead, or he would have come for her by now. She bows her head and cries. She knows Redulus went to see the Chancellor in his chambers. She did not know that Lucian was already there. She weeps.
Back to the study. Which one came next? Ah, yes.
She gives you the haughty look once more. The hunger. She gives you the She freezes in confusion, unable to work out what's happening to her. She turns and looks you in the eye, in horror and in pain. Oblivion glimmers in her eye as she stares into the abyss. And your god shall be barely sated. Kandor still thinks he'll be the next divine. You are Kandor, and you are, you believe, ready. And as his shadow falls, you turn and flee to the hunger.
Come on now.
Ow! I think I'm missing something here.
Attend to your studies.
The automaton fixes its illuminated gaze upon you. The light within it flickers for a moment. It addresses you, garbled in places.
Godworld.